What's going on, guys? Manny here with Yellow Tape DFS, here to give you my first look for Week 10 of the NFL. So, thank you for stopping by the channel. Please hit that like button, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, ring that bell notification so you can get all the updates on every new video that comes out as far as content is concerned. I'm going to go through each position here real briefly, and then go ahead and build a first take look lineup. Alright, so starting off in quarterback, you see Kyler Murray going against Josh Allen, so Arizona against Buffalo. I see this is going to be a very high-scoring game, and rightfully so. Both of these guys are priced up. I think it's going to be a great matchup. Now, you're going to have Aaron Rodgers going against Jacksonville, so I'm going to have exposure here, but it's not going to be the same type of exposure that I'd have for Murray and or Allen due to the fact that this could be an Aaron Jones-heavy run game. All right, then Russell Wilson facing off against Jared Goff. I like this game. They also have a nice high implied total. That's going to be some guys I have exposure to. And then also Deshaun Watson. This guy has a huge potential for breakout games. He's going against Cleveland. This could be another great game for him. Priced at $6,900. Other honorable mentions would be Herbert, Drew Brees, Tom Brady after that abysmal performance that he had going against the Saints. You know, you really want to make sure that you have a little bit of exposure to him because this could be the game where he absolutely goes off. Now, Roethlisberger is out on reserve for COVID, so Rudolph is a play at 4,100. All right, so if you have interest in someone like any of their receivers like Juju, Johnson, or Claypool, then Rudolph may be the guy that you might have some interest in. All right. Beyond that, if I go further down, you could run it back with Mayfield going against your man, Deshaun Watson. And then beyond that, if you have any interest maybe in Tua or Jake Luton again, if Minshew proceeds to miss the next game. Not really interested in Mullins or any of the other guys further down for that matter. All right, so beyond that, I'm going to go ahead and let's just say, before I go to my quarterback, I'm going to move to the next position. So we're going to go to running backs here. Christian McCaffrey is doubtful. He did not practice, and it's I don't think he's going to play, and I think Michael Davis is going to be the chalkiest play in DFS history. So I'm going to go ahead and plug him in. I am not on the fade train for this guy at all. All right. Now, based off of game script, once again, let's just say that I do have interest in other running backs such as Kamara. You know, yes, he's going against San Francisco, but it's Kamara. He's basically matchup proof. Aaron Jones, I love him in the spot against Jacksonville. James Conner against Cincinnati, not an issue there. Kareem Hunt, I love against Houston. All right, so let's just put that in the air. Kareem Hunt against Houston is going to be something decent. We'll plug that in for now. Let's go back here. Then you have James Robinson. All right, he's going against Green Bay. Another fine play, 6,600. Josh Jacobs, no thank you. Miles Sanders is questionable. We don't know if he's playing. Byron Scott, if Byron Scott plays, whichever running back is playing, they could be in play. Chase Edmonds, I'll go back to the well. He kind of pooped on everyone that last game there. And beyond that, we just want to sit there and see what we can do beyond that. Joe Mixon may still be out. If he is, then we would go right back to the well with Giovanni Bernard. Same thing with David Johnson. Now, Duke Johnson's in play. I think that's great. Gibson now has a questionable tag off of a shoulder injury. Did not practice. This guy is in a great spot as well. I don't think his injury is too bad because I didn't hear anything of it unless it happened during practice. Now, also going into Tampa, I do see that Leonard Fournette as well as Ronald Jones are going to be the guys that I may want to target against Carolina because we know Carolina is terrible against the run as well. All right, so these are things that I would like to look out for. Moving along to the wide receiver position, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, Stephon Diggs, Michael Thomas, Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp, Terry McLaurin, all these guys are in play pretty much. Okay, Fuller, Woods, Lockett, Fulgham, Boyd, Evans, Chark, just the list goes on. Basically, the top 25, 30 receivers here, they're all in play. If you're looking for anything on a value spectrum, scroll down here. Devontae Parker at 5,000 is a good one. Curtis Samuel just had a decent game. He may be good value for 4,900 if you're trying to run it back. I do like Higgins a lot here. He's in a great spot against Houston, and they're going to have to probably throw the ball based off of game script. AJ Green, he still gets a decent amount of target shares overall. I don't see this being an issue at 4,400 for this guy. Beyond that, you have a Randall Cobb at 4K flat if you're doing some game stacks. All right, so running it back up here, if I go select some receivers here, I do like Michael Thomas. Limited, I don't think there's an actual issue here. I'm going to be under the assumption that he is playing, so I'll do that. McLaurin, I like his spot as well. And let's see if I go ahead and... Claypool. Love Claypool's spot here as well. Moving along to tight end. You know what? I'm going to do something in the flex spot real quick. $5,800 Antonio Brown. Never in life would I expect to see this price point. So I am going to have exposure to him going against Carolina. It's another great spot. He has potential. You know what? Let me just hold back on that for now. Let's move to tight end first. Let's not jump the gun, guys. So if you are trying to punt tight end, there are a few options. You have Nick Vannett, Hollister, Eifert, 25, 27, and 2,700. I'm sorry, 25, 26, 2,700. All right, these guys are all fine punts. Hollister moving into the tight end 1 spot. Eifert being healthy, looking good again. And then Vannett potentially, if Fant is out, being the only healthy tight end on the roster. All right, so keep your eye on stuff like that. Looking at the top, Darren Waller is always in play. That's never a question. 4,700 Gronk. I don't know. Evan Ingram's in a great spot. So is Eric Ebron. So these could all be great plays depending on what you want to do here. So, for example, let's see. Let's use Evan Engram as an example. Move along to the flex. You know what? Let's say we did run Antonio Brown. Beyond that, let's go somewhere cheap here. Let's go like Detroit. 64 left. We have Drew Brees and Brady available. And we do have... What? Drew Brees? Questionable. Right shoulder was limited in practice. So, right here is where you're going to pick. You're going to pick either Brees or Brady at this price point. Remember, this is just a first take look. We are getting the pair, whether it's Brady with Antonio Brown or Brees with Michael Thomas. So this kind of fits into the lineup and roster construction. I think Brady has more that he needs to prove right now. So this is kind of like what a first take look lineup would look like for me. I want you guys to let that sink in. If you like the video, please make sure you hit the button. If you have any comments, who's your favorite play? Go ahead and leave me a comment on who you like most this week, and maybe we can chop it up about that. But until then, I appreciate your time. Let's make sure we get in this money, and you guys stay blessed.